Hey guys, it's Heed coming at you from the darkness, I guess. I thought maybe the moon would give enough light to, show me a little, but I guess it's not. So here we are, day 3. It's been a tough one. Today I had a mental health appointment with the psychotherapist that I see, and, I noticed this morning that, like, it's virtual appointments, so I get an email like invite, like a Google invite, and I say if I'm attending, like yes, maybe no. And but I noticed on there it didn't even say how long the appointment was, which was confusing to me because sometimes it's half an hour and sometimes it's an hour. And I just thought it was so unbelievable that, like, what? Why why would that not be information? Like, doesn't the person need to know that? Like, what if your schedule actually mattered? You know? Like, what if I was notifying my boss, like, this is the time of my appointment, it's going to be this long, and then I'll be back to work? You know? Some people have that situation a lot more than I do. Like, I'm very flexible, so it's not that big of a deal if I didn't know that. But, like, it's just so little information. It just really bothered me. It's like, you're not even going to tell me how long the appointment is? I don't know. I've never, like, invited people to an event with that, so I don't know how it works with like setting it up, or it just seems bizarre to me that it wouldn't have the time that it ends. Yeah, so it was actually a half-hour appointment and we went way over time and I was really upset. I was not getting less upset from talking to her, which, to be fair, it wouldn't matter who I was talking to, I probably would not get less upset. I just need to go be alone until I'm okay again. Which, I mean, be alone is to various degrees. Like, I went back home, but my husband was there and my son was homesick. So, yeah, it wasn't an empty house. And I was really upset. Like, my coworker came. This is what happened, yeah. My coworker left in the morning, and then he said he said where he was going, but then it's just me and him. So he said where he was going, and I didn't know when he would be back. Like, I thought, oh, that works out good because then maybe you'll be gone for when my appointment is. I told him what time the appointment was. And I've done the appointments before with him in the building, like, well, I mean, he could be there and have his headphones on. Like, he might not be able to hear anything. I don't know if he could hear things. I've gotten to this point where, like, I'm really uncomfortable with. I'm really uncomfortable with this whole doing the therapy from at home. Like, I need to do it that way because I need to not have to drive to the thing. Like, I can't rely on the transportation. I need to not have to drive. I have to do it this way. I have no choice. But I wish I could just be in a building by myself. That way I wouldn't have to kind of have it in my head. Like, I feel super uncomfortable. And a lot of times, like, I'm asked, like, are you in a confidential space? And blah, 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 blah. And I'm just thinking, no, I'm not. But there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I can't become in a confidential space. Well, I mean, I probably could. Like, probably if I actually was trying to get people to do things for me, which I don't do. Like, I just have to do everything myself. I don't want to ask people to do things. I don't want to be made to do things, and I don't want people to be made to do things by me. Like, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm probably all jumbled up now. So I had this appointment. I got upset during the appointment. Beforehand, I wrote in my journal something along the lines of, oh fuck, my mental health appointment is going to be today. I don't know, I'm nervous about it, and I'm worried that it might not help and it could make things worse. Because the problem is that when I'm at the point of reaching out for help, I'm desperate. So if the help doesn't do anything, it's just so crushing. Like, it's all you could think to do is this last desperate attempt, and it doesn't work. Like, the way that I got to seeing this therapist is by going to the hospital and saying that I was going to kill myself. That is the path that led me to this free help, mental health help. And I'm so confused about what her job actually is. Like, I've been in so much different therapy over time that it's like, I think I might be even somewhat of an expert at being the patient. Like, I haven't always been confused about how to be the patient. I was doing fine. I get how to talk. Like, talk therapy doesn't require a rocket scientist to figure it out. It's, you just talk to the person, right? And they might offer some insights. But I just really feel like I don't feel like she understands me at all. Like, I go in, I'm defensive. I go in, like, I'm not being open, I'm being guarded. I feel like I should wait for her to ask questions and not just say things. And this is because of having the sense when I'm talking that, like, I've gone off in the wrong direction, or that I'm like, like, I feel like I'm doing bad at therapy. And I have never thought that before when I've been in therapy. Like, it would never even occur to me to think of how I was doing in therapy. Like, this thing is something to help you. Oh my God. Like, yeah, I need to protect myself from forcing myself to keep seeing this therapist, because, like, it freaks me out the day before, even if I realize that the next day is my mental health appointment. I know that after my mental health appointment, I might feel worse. Which, yeah, of course you can feel worse if you're, like, bringing up things. I mean, that makes sense. If it feels like you're bringing up, like, past traumatic events or whatever, and then afterward you feel kind of shaky about it, it's just because you, like, were dealing with some real stuff. That makes sense. Like, I could understand that. But it's every time, and it doesn't matter whether like, the appointments don't feel like they get me anywhere. They feel like they give me a list of stuff to do, and then a lot of times I don't even do all the stuff. Like, I just got so tired of it. Now every time I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I'll just do all the stuff. Like, who cares if I even want to do the thing? I'll just do the thing that she said to do. Because I was like, I don't want to just come back and have her just ask, like she's already got this solution lined up, but I just don't like it. I don't know. This time I was like, I was saying about how we were poor and stuff, worrying about money. And then she had the idea to get us to go to a financial advisor. And I'm just thinking, like, that, I'm pretty sure that doesn't make any sense. How? I don't understand how, like, do they make money appear out of nothing? Because I doubt it. Like, what are they possibly gonna do? I think that what would happen if I saw a financial advisor is that I would feel worse. Like, I just literally can't imagine how they could possibly be of any help. It's not like we have a bunch of different assets or, like, investments or something that we need to, like, work out. We just don't have very much money. It's quite simple. Like, we got, like, two bank accounts and a credit card, two credit cards that my husband has. Um, and, like, our vehicles, we rent. We own, well, I guess we own a piece of land. that doesn't have a building on it, and we can't build on it because we're too poor. um, and also we can't sell it because it has my husband's grandmother's well on it. So we have this land that we can't use and we can't sell. We don't have enough money, but the whole situation is just so stupid. Like, she even mentioned something about trying to maybe get a loan at the bank, and I was just thinking that would be so stupid. Like, what? What would be your plan for after the loan? Like, in between getting the loan and when you start paying the loan, what do you think is going to be different? When you start paying the loan, suddenly it'll be like, oh, things are just so much better now. The bills are just so much less now that I added this other bill too. Like, am I stupid or what? Because that I didn't like, I felt like I was being argumentative. I didn't want to seem argumentative. I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm just shooting down every one of your ideas. But I am. I've thought about things. Like, I have done lots of things before. I've been on welfare before. I've gone to the food bank before. I've been homeless before. I've been to the, like, help getting you a job program here where I am. Like, I do the things. I'm aware of the things. Because all I was doing was, I said to her that I don't get how doing a budget would help, because all the budget would tell me is how much money I need to have, and it wouldn't tell me how much money I have. And then she said, like, as we were talking, it came up that she was saying, like, just average, because I did explain that, like, both me and my husband's jobs were, like, hourly and not, like, regular hours. Like, it depends. So you never really know. Like, you don't know how much you're going to work in a week. You don't know how much you're going to make in a month. Yeah. You don't know how much work there's going to be, and you don't know how much you're going to work a day or anything. Like, you don't have that stability. So, and then she was saying, well, you just averaged out. Like, take the average of the last 2 months. And in my mind, it's like, no. Because then you would be basing your whole budget, like this thing that you wrote down, on this idea that isn't necessarily going to come true. So, like, when you're coming to the end of the month and you're like, well, I guess I didn't make as much money as I did on the average time. So now I don't have enough money for food anymore. Like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like, does no one else have a problem with this? Because in my mind, this whole average thing is like, no, I'd rather guess low or like take my lowest week. But then it's like, well, maybe my lowest week is just nothing. Like, then it would be 0. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. And then she was like saying about different jobs, and she knows the town where I live. So she was like listing off a few different businesses in town and stuff. And I was like, I've actually already worked at most of those places. And I kind of explained a bit about, like, kind of how the job, I didn't think I could do it again. It's getting harder and harder for me to hold back what I want to say. Maybe that's not quite right. I don't know. I mean, it's always been really hard for me to not say, like, to hold my tongue, you know, when it's like, you should hold your tongue. No, I do not find it easy at all. I'd much rather just have everything right out in the open. Like, I don't care how bad it seems. I'd rather have it right out in the open. Like, I'd rather have a person really mad in my face and be like, go away, you fucking bitch, you know, to me, than have them, like, seemingly being nice and, like, I don't even know if they're actually nice. Like, I'd rather have a situation that I understand than a confusing, weird one.